Hi guys, this is a new camera. I hope you can tell the difference. You probably don't watch the videos, so you probably don't, but if you do, if you watch these videos, you'll notice maybe the quality is much better. And yeah, anyway, on the video, Boxing Day special, you know, thought I'd just do a video because I've got this new camera. Thought I'd make something, and I thought I'd do something that that I like, that got me views. Yeah, transfer update. Let's do this. So today I'm just going to be talking about, obviously we've got the January transfer coming up, just the potential deals that could go through for us, potential ins and outs. Really needs to be a really busy transfer window for us. Clearly looking at performances this season, we haven't been good enough. There's clearly some roles in the team which need to be filled, some players that need to go, and yeah, I'm just going to go through them. And yeah, first up, I'm going to talk about the main outgoings, and obviously the first one that will come to everyone's mind is Alexis Sanchez. It's quite clear he's going to leave either in the summer or January. I think we should get rid of him as soon as possible in January. The last few performances, he wants to leave, and he knows that he's already proved himself, so he doesn't really have to show much. So he's kind of, I don't know, and he tries to force things in every game, He keeps losing the ball. We've just got to let him go, whether that be in January or the summer, we'll have to see, but I hope it's in January. Today we've heard that it's going to be in January. We've heard from loads of sources that Arsenal are willing to sell him in January for up to £35 million. That's just shows how much of a mess we are at the moment, how much of a mess we've been in the handling of this transfer. We could have sold him for 60 million in the summer, and to be fair, I was one of the ones who didn't want to sell him in the summer, but after seeing him this season, we've got to sell him. £35 million is a big decrease from 60. We could have got him for 60. We could have sold him for more than that. Maybe earlier in the summer transfer window, maybe 70 or 80, or maybe even 90, because he is really worth it. But looks like he'll be going to Manchester City or PSG. Hopefully for us, it's PSG. I think we should try and hold out for PSG. Maybe do a swap deal for one of the replacements. I'm going to talk about later in the video, but yeah, we've got to let him go. I think 35 million PSG, I wouldn't mind that. I'd be happy. I don't care. We're not competing with PSG this season in anything. Obviously, if we went to Manchester City, it would be strengthening a rival. It'd be painful to see him at Man City after what he's done for us. He has been a great servant. I don't think he'll get booed if he ever comes back to the Emirates. Don't think he should. But yeah, we've got to let him go. He's having a bad influence on the team for me. His attitude and obviously just the way he's playing, it's not worth it. He's just not worth having in the team at the moment. So we've got to let go of Sanchez. Then the other one obviously is Mesut Ozil. Will Mesut Ozil go? Will he stay? But for both of these players, if they wanted to stay, they would have signed the contract by now. Let's be honest. They've had so many offers. We've heard they would have signed it by now. It's a difficult one because if someone comes in for with big money offer, I would accept it, because then we'll go for free. Although I don't, as a fan, I don't personally really care about the money involved. If he goes for free, it's going to look bad on us, and it's just going to be a bit painful. I think Mesut Ozil could still sign a contract. Actually, we've been offered. We've been offering him things. We've heard that he might sign a contract. I don't know. This one's really unknown. He could go to Manchester United, of course. Mourinho really wants him. Personally, I think we should sign him down if he wants to stay, because he is in brilliant form at the moment and he's a world-class player. Will he stay? It's hard to tell. I don't know. I think he'll go in the summer. I think we'll keep him in January, but I don't think anything will happen in January, but I think he will definitely go in the summer. I just can't see. I think he would have signed the contract by now. I just don't see it. A lot of people are telling me he's going to stay, but I just don't see it. Theo Walcott, another one that could be out of the club. He's got to go. For me, when I was coming through as an Arsenal fan, when I was like 5, 6, 7, that was when he was coming through as a young player, and he he was my favourite player because he used to come on with 5-10 minutes left, and you just saw his pace and his just really raw quality, and he was just so fun to watch. I loved him. I love Theo Walcott, and he had so much potential, and he's just never really fulfilled it. Although he has had good patches, and he's always scored goals for us. He's got, I think, 108 or something for us as overall, and there's no doubt there's quality there, but he's just not doing it at the moment. He's so far down the pecking order. He's behind Sanchez, Welbeck, Iwobi. He's not going to play at the moment, and he's got to go if he has any aspirations in his career. If he wants to push on for an England place, if he wants to even play in the Premier League again, he's not going to do that much in the Premier League for Arsenal. Gotta go for me. I still love him. If he wants to stay, I think he's a decent squad player. Although he hasn't been in great form for most of this season. Last season we saw how good he was. Then I wouldn't mind if we kept him. But I think for him as personally, he should go. He's been linked with Everton, West Ham, Southampton. I think any of them would be good moves. I think especially Southampton. I think he would like that back to his old club. Going on to the incomings, which is probably the ones that all fans want to hear about. Been linked heavily with Nzonzi. For me, we can't have Xhaka and Nzonzi as a complement for each other. He can't be a complement for Xhaka, because that would just have such a lack of energy in that midfield, lack of mobility. Nzonzi is a strong, quite lanky, not very mobile, but very good. He is a good defensive midfielder. I don't know if he's the answer, especially if we're buying him to complement Xhaka, because there would just be such a lack of mobility in there. This is already a problem with Xhaka just being exposed just by himself. That would shore that up a bit, but I think if we're looking for someone to complement Xhaka, I think someone like a Goretzka would be a much better choice. Much more mobile. He's kind of an all-round centre mid, and he would help defensively a lot. I don't think Nzonzi, unless we're trying to replace Xhaka, then I think Nzonzi would be a good option, but I think we can't go for both. Apparently Nzonzi was at the Liverpool game. He's been linked heavily. We've said that we've already started negotiations with his agent and his representatives. And yeah, I don't know about that one. But personally, I think it depends what we want to do with Granit Xhaka. I don't know where Xhaka's standing at the moment in terms of Wenger's views. Replacements for Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil potentially going. That is a very high priority. I think we've been linked with like the Fekir, Lamar, Draxler. Draxler was the one I was going to say. We could try and incorporate a swap deal with PSG. I think that would be a very good deal, even if it was just a straight swap. Obviously, we're getting the not quite as good player, but look at Sanchez's contract position and his potential move to Manchester City. It would be a good move for us. I think I love Draxler. I think he's a really good player. He doesn't score as many goals as Sanchez, which is a problem, because Sanchez is a huge source of goals for us. But yeah, I think it would be a great option. Nabil Fekir has been in brilliant form this season for Lyon, and he would have a great link-up play. He has great chemistry with Lacazette already. He'd be a good option. Maybe a Lamar. I think we need that sort of more winger, goal-scoring winger who'll come inside, someone to actually replace Sanchez, and I think Draxler would do that. I've heard Lamar's more like an Ozil, and that sounds like you wouldn't think he is from his way of playing, but he's more of a player who's going to get on the ball and thread through balls. So yeah, I don't know about that one. Do we need a centre-back? I'm not sure. Leave it in the comments below. Tell me who you think we should buy. A centre-back? Do we need a centre-back? Maybe Mustafi, Koscielny. Koscielny's getting a bit older. He hasn't been very good this season. Monreal isn't really a centre-back. Maybe we need a centre-back. Tell me if we need a centre-back. Tell me if you think Ozil and Sanchez will leave. Tell me if you think Nzonzi would be a good option. And yeah, just comment. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll be uploading much more in January when because I've got this new brilliant camera. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, probably against Crystal Palace on Thursday.